zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Slot man moves right. They run the counter. It's Haynes to the 43, second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's brought down at the 34. Gain of 4. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. He connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pat the street, pat the street. Go on track, go track.
They'll start with the option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
To throw on 2nd down, McMillan. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Let's go. Buffalo 18. Ready.
On fourth down, McMillan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Up the middle they go. It's Haynes, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Haynes, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give right side. Haynes. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll try and run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They run the counter. It's Haynes. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Haynes. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Haynes. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Two yards left on second down from the 9. On play action, it's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first down, Haynes. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Hey, smash, Bronco! Check smash, check smash. Set up!
Looking to throw on second down. McMillan, a quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Go, Reed, go!
On third down, McMillan over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They're going to try and throw. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Sanders off the option. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. 2nd down at 7. They'll go option to the short side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Operating from the gun. McMillan looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Oh, and now some space to operate. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He finds his man. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
following the fumble recovery. McMillan looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They'll run on first down. It's Haynes, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But fortunately, And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So a little too loose with the football there on the pitch.
And that's the danger you run into with that play. So much traffic around, and when the ball gets away from your body a little bit, sometimes bad things can happen.
Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. But that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
What's always interesting about situations like this is that in both locker rooms, both staffs were preaching a quick start. One of them actually got it done.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go play action here on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, smash Bronco! Hawk 70, Hawk! Check smash, check smash.
Another run here with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a second down and 6.
Check contact, check contact. Ready.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Pat the street, pat the street.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, 26 yards, as they have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. the middle they go. It's Haynes, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
An option handoff given to Sanders. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Off the play fake. McMillan. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. McMillan. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rhodes. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes, room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rhodes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Go, Reed, go. Dragon 60. Go.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Sanders. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. They run with Sanders on the option. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, check. Go, check. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Ready, set. Hey, check that, street. Number 19.
Going for it with Sanders. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Haynes. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, it's Haynes, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle. Get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Haynes. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Check match. Go, Reed. Go. Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Sermon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Here we go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
79 Broncos. Right there. 18 Rattlers.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense?